Located on the countryside of Belgium, probably lies one of the most impressive pieces of industrial heritage. Having been closed since the 70s, most of the equipment and structure remain completely intact. Even a hidden German World War I bunker remains on the terrain. Join us on our journey through these historic brickworks. We began our exploration on the terrain, where we discovered that some tubes had never been sold and still remained on the terrain. These clay tubes were primarily used for agricultural irrigation. This was also the main product being produced in this factory. Now let's venture inside. Our first stop were these two large brick buildings, which were completely identical and connected by small catwalks. It was truly a unique scene to witness. Before revealing their function, let's take a closer look inside. We climbed a very small, rusty ladder to reach the first level. Which consisted of a long open space, with a small catwalk in the middle. In its heyday, this area served as storage for the products waiting to be finished in the ovens. The purpose was to dry them for optimal strength. Now let's delve into the story behind this remarkable industrial site. The tale begins after World War I, during which the Western Front became infamous as one of the most bloodiest battles of the last century. In the ruins of the front, a brand new factory was constructed to support the area's reconstruction efforts. An interesting fact is that the foundation of an old German bunker served as a base for a lot of buildings here. But more details on that will follow. Leaving the two large brick structures behind, we moved on to the next part. The old ovens. Unfortunately, they were in a severe state of disrepair, with overgrowth and many collapses. Despite the challenges, we managed to ascend the rubble and reach the top of the row of ovens. The small holes you can see right here were fuel entry points. The ovens required a temperature of around 1000 degrees Celsius for optimal operation. Just below us, the clay molds will be heated to harden them, while above us, in the partially collapsed attic, unfinished clay models were left abandoned. It became evident that production came to an unexpected halt. During the 1970s, new production technologies emerged, leading to the replacement of the old stone pipes, which had been a major source of revenue for the factory. As a result, the aging factory became obsolete, and it closed its doors in the mid-1970s. Moving on from the old oven building, we arrived at the machine house and workshops of the complex. Inside there was an advanced level of decay. with parts of the roof supported by rotten wooden poles. In one corner we discovered a lowered area, which turned out to be the German World War I bunker we mentioned earlier.
Oh ja. Ja, het kunnen best restanten zijn, ja, dit. Ja, je ziet echt dat, het is er echt direct gewoon opgebouwd inderdaad, ja.
Goeie fundering.
Ja, zeker.
It was truly fascinating to see such a visible piece of history integrated into the surroundings. Further along we encountered the workshop, still containing artifacts and overgrowth. Adjacent to the workshop we encountered a truly unique piece of industrial design. The one-cylinder engine that once powered the workshop. The engine, a diesel-powered British-engineered Ruston unit, bore a plate with traces of its history. It had been used in one of Belgium's African colonies before finding its way here, suggesting that it was already a used unit upon installation. The power generated by the engine was transmitted via a shaft connected by rubber belts to numerous machines. What set this place apart is that most of it is natural decay, without any major vandalism. This is really remarkable, considering its closure back in the 1970s. The credit goes to a caretaker, the son of the man who established the facility in the 1920s. Driven by a desire to preserve this unique piece of industrial heritage, he successfully prevented a demolition that was scheduled in the 1980s. Despite many attempts to revitalize this site, none came to reality. Sadly, the caretaker passed away a few years ago, leaving the site in this state. Hopefully this site will be saved for many generations to enjoy.